Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the 24th of September, it's my birthday. My name is Mina if you're new, and yeah, so I thought I'd do a quick little vlog today. Thought it'd be quite fun to take you around on my birthday, see what I get up to. Today's Tuesday, so it's one of Layla's nursery days, so it's a work day for me, although I'm not going to be doing as much work today as I normally would. Thought I'd take it a little bit easy today as it's my birthday, but also I have a couple of things I need to do outside of the house. So yeah, got my morning coffee. Perry's getting Layla dressed downstairs. She's for some reason putting up a bit of a fight, but we'll see. Perry got Layla up this morning and they came into the bedroom, and Layla's first thing was, "Where's Mummy's card?" Like she knew it was my birthday. And so I opened my cards this morning and my presents. My presents from Layla were very much caffeine related. I had a little cafetiere from her and a like a recycled plastic like thermos mug thing. I have a ceramic one that looks like a takeaway cup, but it's ceramic. So one, it loses heat really quickly, and two, it's not spill proof. And it's also quite heavy. I didn't really think that through when I got it, and I'd always been planning on eventually, didn't need to straight away, but eventually replacing it with like one of those bamboo ones that's a bit lighter weight and easier to carry around. But so then Perry got me one, and it's a bit more like a thermos, but it's recycled plastic, so it's lightweight. And my main thing is I don't want it to be metal, because I feel like the metal changes the taste of whatever drink is in there. And I found that even though I've had several different ones over the years, metal like thermoses or travel mugs or cups for coffee, I just don't tend to use them, and when I do use them I don't like my coffee as much, and I realise it's because I feel like the metal changes the taste. Anyway, I've got a little cafetiere as well, which is really, it's again something I wanted to get. I've been trying to get more used to having like filtered coffee or cafetiere coffee, French press and stuff, rather than always having lattes. And we do have some really nice ground coffee as well to use up, so that'd be good for that. And yeah, and Perry's parents, part of their present was also a set of like Coca-Cola glasses, which I've always liked those glasses, so that was quite nice. Actually, Perry and his parents both gave me money towards my trip to Rhinebeck. To be honest, there's not really much I needed for my birthday this year, so I did say to Perry that as unimaginative as it is, money is probably the best thing, because I am going to Rhinebeck next month, and it'd be nice to have a little bit of spending money for that, like birthday money to spend at Rhinebeck, since that's really where I want to get stuff. So that worked out quite well.
I get the cash.
You got what?
I get cash.
You got dressed?
I got t-shirt.
You got a t-shirt on?
Cat on it.
And it's got cats on it?
Yeah.
Do you like that t-shirt?
Yes. I'm gonna nursery.
You going to nursery today?
It's raining now.
Is it raining right now?
Yes. It's raining.
Yeah.
Bella. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going on Aussie.
Yeah. So yeah, and this weekend we were at my parents', and my mum and Perry had organised me a surprise party, which is really fun, and totally a surprise. Was not expecting it at all. And yeah, and I got some really sweet gifts there as well. My mum, or my parents and my brother got me a jumbo flyer and bobbins for my wheel, which is the only thing I asked for this year, to be honest. I just didn't know who was getting it for me. It's literally the only thing I asked for. And And then my aunt gave me something really special, which I will share with you a little bit later.
Bella.
Can I have a big...
Bella.
Yeah?
Now give Mummy big birthday cuddles first.
Bella.
You want the umbrella?
Yeah.
Oh, cuddles. Thank you, Layla.
Honey, Bella.
Okay, you're going to take umbrella and share it.
Oh, wow. What colour is it?
It's red.
Is it a red one?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know, it's raining.
Yeah?
It's been raining.
It's raining outside, is
What are we
it?
going to do outside?
I can open outside.
Yeah, you open it outside. And what else are you going to do? You're going to see Sasha at nursery?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have a good day. I love you, Layla. Well, those two have left, and yeah, I guess I better crack on with my list of things to do today. We have a pretty varied list for today. I have to I need to weave in. Yes, I do need to weave in some ends, but I need to Kitchener the ends on a pair of socks. I need to block or partly block Perry's sweater, which I finished last week. I need to email a company about something that's not working. I need to attempt fixing Freddie. I say attempt fixing. Freddie's not broken. Freddie's my other wheel that I picked up secondhand during Tour de Fleece. He's not broken. It's more just I need to play around with it a bit more to adjust the tensioning and stuff like that to see if it'll work better. One realization I've had with that wheel is the bobbins are heavy. The bobbins, like, physically themselves weigh twice as much as the bobbins on my Sonata. So even when I am able to spin onto them, when I come to ply, my singles break quite often because the actual bobbin is quite heavy. So when I'm pulling the singles, there's a lot of weight behind it. So I need to figure that one out a little bit as well. I might actually end up emailing the company, who still exist, to see if they have any solutions or if it's possible to get wooden bobbins, because they're wooden on the ends but the shaft in the middle is metal, which makes them heavier. And then I need to take I've got two of these cameras and one of them's a little bit broken, so I need to take it to the camera shop to see if they can repair it. Also my large, like my big SLR camera, I want to take that in to see if they can service it. I've never had it serviced, and especially the lens, I feel like the lens on that one really needs a decent service and a good clean. So I'm going to see how much that will be and if I can get that done. And I also want to get some trainers. So got a few things I need to do today. We also need to pick up Christmas Santa's Grotto tickets, which go on sale today. When did we become those parents that buy Christmas Grotto tickets or like Santa tickets for their kids in September? Actually, like, when did we become those parents who stalk a place who's got a Christmas Grotto Santa experience thing to see when their tickets go on sale and to be there online, like when they go on sale, to buy the tickets as soon as possible before they sell out? I don't know, somewhere along the lines in the last 3 years we became those parents, and I blame Perry. If it was just me, I probably wouldn't be doing this, but he's like really into it. So anyway, there's that. And I need to publish the Minilicious Pattern Club patterns as individual patterns, as individual downloads. There we go, words. And yeah, so those will be going up later today or at some point this morning probably. The Santa's Grotto tickets go on sale at 10 AM, so I will be home until then. My god. So basically the place we took Layla to last year, can't believe I'm talking about this stuff now already, is literally my birthday. We're talking about Christmas. Like, how is that working out? I don't know. Anyway, so the place we took Layla to last year are not doing their Christmas Grotto or Santa experience anymore. They had a lot of negative backlash from people who weren't able to get tickets, and they've been doing this for however many years now, and they were just like, you know what, it was meant to be a bit of fun, and it's getting to a point where it's just getting ridiculous in terms of like how negatively people are reacting to not being able to get a ticket. it sounds rather familiar to some things that have gone on in the knitting community as well. But anyway, so I understand why they've stopped doing it, but it's kind of sad that they have as well. I'm just really glad we took Layla last year. The only sad thing is I feel like she would really appreciate it a lot more this year. Like, she really understands the concept of Santa. Anyway, we found another one that's meant to be really good as well, and now obviously since that one that we took her to last year is not around, this seems to be the one that's coming out on top as everyone's favourite to go to. So their tickets go on sale today at 10 a.m. So Perry's like, we have to be online like at 10 a.m. like we have to both try and get tickets, and I'm like, yeah, this is like, it sounds ridiculous, but these tickets do go sell out really fast, because apparently, and we are amongst these people, there are people that crazy about making sure they get their kids tickets to see Santa at a good one anyway. So anyway, I still think it's absolutely ridiculous, but hey ho, we do what we do. All right, let's do this. Enjoying my first cup of coffee from my new little cafetiere that Perry got me, or rather Layla got me. It's really cute. It's a good little like 1 cup size amount, and just adding some rose to this cowl. And then I'm gonna head downstairs and block those socks and Perry's jumper, get a few little work thingies done, and then get set up on the computer to get ready to buy those Christmas tickets, because yeah, I'm still not quite over the fact that we are now those parents. So Perry just came upstairs to tell me that the time has come to get set up to purchase Santa tickets for our darling child. Yeah, so apparently this Christmas grotto Santa experience thing is a whole like 45-minute to do. Yeah, so 45-minute experience in a winter wonderland where you and your children can enjoy the wonder of Father Christmas's workshop and grotto. Each session lasts 45 minutes, includes 2 activities, one with Mother Christmas and one with elves, apparently, before meeting Father Christmas himself and receiving a gift and a photo opportunity. Alright, you ready?
So remember, the 1st, the 8th or the 15th. We'll work our way up from the...
Or the 30th of November.
Well, yeah, okay. I'd rather it be the December though. Just...
Okay. You ready for this?
I don't know. Are you ready? Apparently there were all kinds of technical issues last year. People were like bitching and moaning about it.
Really? I want to do it and not be stressed about this. I can't even believe I'm being stressed about this.
I was going to say, why are you stressed? If we don't get this one, we'll find another one.
I know, you just got it in my head.
Panic! Panic!
It's such a weirdo.
Here it is, it's live, it's live. Go, click, 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 click. Grotto 2019, December 1st.
I got it. 10 a.m. is the first one.
Go for it, go, go, go!
How many am I getting for 2 kids and 4 adults?
One adult, 1 child and 2 adults.
Oh, we're buying them separately?
Yes.
Okay. At the same time? You're buying the same time slot? Okay.
10 a.m. on the 1st of December, yeah?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, 10 a.m. 1st December. All
1
right.
child, 2 adults.
Yes. Blimey, you don't half make this stressful. So this is my other present from Layla, apparently, that hadn't arrived in time for this morning, but just came today. Aww. These are really cute. Thank you.
Let's get M for mummy and M for Mina.
Alright, socks are on blockers, and the sweater I literally just soaked this top part because I wanted to just the neckline and the shoulders to be blocked. Otherwise the rest of it is fine. Doesn't really need it because seed stitch is quite a flat stitch anyway. It's fine. Yeah, so just gotta wait for these to dry. Hey guys, so it's been a couple of hours since I last checked in, but I quickly wanted to show you a couple of the things that I got for my birthday that are like knitting fibre related. So this is actually the standard flyer and bobbin from my wheel, and this is the jumbo bobbin, and I've got the jumbo flyer and bobbin on here as well. So I've been playing around with this a little bit. I did some spinning with it yesterday. It's still I'm still getting used to it. And I've oiled it up, but I think I need to oil it a little bit more in a couple of different parts, just because it is still making a fair amount of noise when I'm spinning with it. But to give you an idea, that's the jumbo and this is the standard. You can see the size difference between them. So yeah, the jumbo bobbins can take twice as much fibre as the standard ones, which means they'll be great for art yarns or plying larger quantities. And it was very quick and easy to switch them over, so that's really nice. So this was the art yarn that I played around with on the wheel yesterday. Not perfect, but it was really fun just to play around and get used to it. And yeah, some really fun coily bits and stuff. And I also did some plying yesterday. I had finished up the singles for this fibre from John Upton Textiles. It's Corridel and the colour is Dark Moon or Dark Gold in the Sun or something along those lines. But it's being a bit blown out now, but you can see all the different colours that are in this fibre. But it's definitely like a dark green overtone. Like overall it looks like quite dark green, but has lots of really nice colours throughout. This has so far come out a bit of a sport weight, which is quite fun. And the other thing I wanted to share with you was a gift from my aunt. And sorry, I've cut my head off. I can't find my little tripod. But she gifted me some of this fabric, some yardage. I'm not entirely sure how much there is in here, but it's really heavy, so it feels like there's a decent amount of yardage in here, and it smells like my aunt's house. But basically, this was really special. She wasn't actually there when I was opening it, so my mum was telling me the story. So I know I've definitely talked about it in the past on this podcast, but I don't know if I've mentioned it recently. But my aunt is a retired couture seamstress. She used to work for a designer in London called Catherine Walker. Well, it's one of the designers she's worked with, but I think she worked for her the longest. And Catherine Walker was a favourite designer for Princess Diana. So my aunt has actually worked on many dresses for Princess Diana in the past. And like I said, she's a couture seamstress. That's her background, that is her profession. So she's incredibly good at sewing. Anyway, she told my mum this story. My mum relayed it to me when I opened the fabric present. And she said that back when on one of the trips that Diana went on to Egypt, that Catherine Walker was designing her a dress for the trip, and they wanted a dress, they wanted fabric that was like the colour of sand for this particular dress for when she went out to the desert, and they couldn't find the right fabric in the right colour. So they actually custom made some fabric for Diana's dress, and this is a piece of that fabric, which is really quite special. And I did some snooping on the Googles, and I found a photo of Diana in her finished dress. I can get it to focus on that. There you go. In 1992. That's the dress that was made out of this fabric, which I thought was really quite cool. No idea what this will become. This is probably just going to sit in stash for a while and marinate. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure how well this colour looks against my skin tone, but it might be something that if I pair it with another colour, then it will offset it a little bit. But we'll see. There's a lot of yardage here. It'd probably be quite nice as something for like a skirt, because it was intended for a dress, so it's quite drapey. And but yeah, really lovely fabric, very soft. I have no idea what the content is, but it's got this really nice sort of texture to it as well. I'm not sure if you can, there you go, you can sort of see that texture on it. I run my nails over it, you can hear it. But yeah, so this is really special. And yeah, very generous of my aunt as well. The other thing as well is, I remember when I first learned to sew and I was starting to knit, my aunt was incredibly supportive and very happy about it as well, because neither of her two children are particularly creative, or not, I shouldn't say that, they're not interested in like handcrafts. That's not something they ever really got involved in. And so for my aunt, you know, she's never really had anyone to pass these sorts of things on to, or to pass on her, you know, her, or to talk to about like her love of making and stuff like that. So she's actually showed me a few things about, like, over the years, like how to tailor a shirt, how to replace a zipper in a pair of jeans, like useful little little sewing tricks and stuff over the years. But yeah, no, she doesn't really sew that much these days. She's got arthritis in her hands, so she doesn't sew a huge amount. But yeah, no, even when I was getting married, we didn't have a proper wedding in the end, but I had bought a dress, and she ended up doing a couple of small alterations for me on my dress, and yeah, all sorts. So it was a very special gift, and I wanted to share that. So yeah. Alright, next plan for today is going to attempt to give Freddie some TLC and see if we can get him working again. Or working. That's the wrong word. He was always working. Get him working to a point where I can comfortably use it. There we go. Okay, so I've actually had much better success with setting it up as a single drive, and so I think that's how I'm going to have it set up for now, since I'm able to use it now more successfully. And I feel like before I wasn't going near the wheel, I wasn't wanting to use it just because I was finding it really frustrating, and that it just, I couldn't get the tension right. I might go back to looking at doing it in double drive again at some point in the future, but for right now it's working much better, and I'm finding it easier to handle in single drive mode. And I haven't had to change the drive band. I realised I don't have anything thick enough to use for a drive band. The twine I have is just too thin. It's fine for a break band, but too thin to work as a drive band. I'm thinking what I need to do maybe is get one of those flexible drive bands that I have on my other wheel for this one, and maybe that will work better with it in single drive as well. Anyway, what I decided to do was I held back some of these rolags to play with myself, and I spun up half of them and I wound it off into a ball, and I'm going to do the other half, wind that off into a ball, and then 2-ply them together on the same wheel. Like I mentioned before, I'm having the same issues with the fact that the bobbins are quite heavy, so when I ply from it, if I ply direct from the bobbins, I'm going to risk constantly breaking the yarn. And even now, as I was winding the yarn off the bobbin by hand, it broke twice. It broke on me twice, and almost the third time, but I was able to stop it. So I mean, the singles broke. So yeah, Still need to figure that out. I know I just need to put more twist in before I feed it on, but I'm into such a rhythm of like feeding on, I kind of forget that sometimes I need to like let it build up some more twist before I feed it on to the bobbin. But anyway, still need to play around with this a bit more. I'm probably going to do some more sort of little sampley bits over the next little while, not just today obviously, but over the next little while until I get used to it a bit more before I start diving into doing like a bigger sort of project on it. Anyway, now the weather is finally cleared up. It is not raining, the sun has come out for a little bit. I'm gonna head out to go get some trainers and see about getting my camera fixed / serviced. So let's head out. All right, so I've just been into the running shop. We have a dedicated running shop in town. Well, actually not in town, in slightly out of town, but anyway, about 5 minutes from home. And so yeah, I drove up there this afternoon to go pick up a pair of running shoes, and I finally did. I got some running shoes, and mainly because I wanted to get fitted properly for running, like running specific shoes, and make sure I get the right kind of support for my feet for when I'm running, especially because of the back problems I've had in the past. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it correctly. Running is something I have always wanted to be good at, have never been able to do, and for the most part I've been told by doctors that I should just avoid because of my back problems. But for one thing, I don't think that's necessarily the right way to go about it. I believe that anyone can run, and that's also actually what the guy at the running shop said before I said anything else. And I've always been really jealous of people who enjoy running, because I've always wanted to enjoy running, I just never did. And I think it's just because I was never taught how to do it properly and how to like build up to running, as it were. And so yeah, I've always wanted to do it. I feel like it's a really good excuse to get out of the house. You don't need a gym, you don't need to like follow a video, you don't need equipment, like you don't need anything other than a good pair of shoes. So and you can do it anywhere, so there's no real reason not to be able to do it. Anyway, so that's really something I've been wanting to try and do, and I figured why not start now. My birthday's the best time to do it. I actually wanted to get these about a month ago. I just kept not having the time to come up to this place to get a pair of running shoes, which is a bit silly really. And the guy was so sweet, he was so lovely, he took his time with me, he really like sort of helped me out, explained why a certain pair of shoes were better than another or whatever. Like I didn't pick any shoes. I said to him like, I seriously don't care what colour they are, what they look like, I just want something that's going to really support my feet and like do the job. That's more important to me than what they look like. They're going to be functional, not aesthetically pleasing, although actually I've got a really nice pair that I quite like, so that's a bonus. But yeah, he really took his time with me, and he even gave me a 10% discount for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I didn't even tell him it was my birthday, so that was really nice of him. And he was really welcoming, and he was just like, if you have any questions at all at any point, just pop your head in and ask, like we're always here to help. And that's kind of like why I really wanted to go to a dedicated running shop, rather than like just a big regular like sports shop, one of the chain ones, because I'm like, I just wanted to, I wanted to support a small business, a local business, and also just that dedicated sort of like hands-on support, as it were. And so I know if I go back I can see the same guy pretty much and ask him anything, and that'd be really good. Anyway, I'm at the camera shop now, which is a little bit further up the road, to see if I can get my one camera repaired and the other one serviced. So let's do this. Alright, back home and just taking a breather for a minute there. I'm actually not feeling that great today. I'm not sure if it's come across or not on camera, but I woke up this morning with a very sore throat and just been a bit coughy and a bit sniffly all day, and I think we've decided not to go out tonight just because I don't feel that great and I'm not really up for it. But Perry's dad's on his way around right now to drop something off, and yeah, everything went well at the camera shop. I dropped off my 2 cameras, one to be cleaned and one to be fixed, and actually their pricing was very reasonable, so quite happy with that. And they're also local, nice small local business, which I was really happy to use, and also very quick on their turnaround time as well, so I was pleasantly surprised by that. But yeah, so just gonna take a minute, have a breather, and then see what else I can get up to today. So Perry's dad just popped around, dropped off this balloon. He's really quite cute. I think Layla's gonna love playing with that later. And Perry's mum made me a cake, which was very sweet of her. She made me a red velvet cake, which if you know me at all, you know red velvet is one of my favourite cakes. Ta-da! She's a very good baker as well, so this should be a really nice treat. Although that's a huge cake for just me, Perry and Layla. So
My boo broken. My boo broken, Daddy.
Is
Not
it
broken.
oh, whose balloon is this, Layla? Is this Mummy's balloon?
It's
Yeah, is it Mummy's birthday balloon?
it's not Daddy's.
No, it's not
No.
Daddy's, it's Mummy's birthday balloon.
And I'm gonna put it up there. No. Got it.
You gonna take your shoes off?
This is the mommy back.
Yeah, it's Mummy's birthday balloon.
Okay, wellies off.
Can Mummy have the balloon while you take your shoes off?
wellies off?
Hey guys, so Perry's taken Layla downstairs for bed and I'm just sat here with my spinning wheel. This skein, the bottom, the variegated one, was a braid of fibre from Grace of Babel's Yarns, and it's in her Poison Apple colourway on her Corriedale base. I mean, it's just so beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I love how it's spun up. It's so variegated and barber poled. And yeah, and this is a pretty solid like DK worsted weight, which is great because I wanted it to match this other sort of giant skein that I had spun up for Layla, and this other skein is a superwash Polworth. So I'm planning on putting these two together to make a sweater for Layla. My idea is this is going to be the top section, like the yoke. I'm not sure yet. I might do either like a circular yoke or a raglan. I haven't decided which yet, one or the other. And then once I get past the sleeve separation, the rest of the sleeves and the body will be in this colour. At least that's the plan anyway. And I thought it'd be quite fun, and I might even write it up as a design for like a DK worsted weight yarn, even though I'm using hand spun. Obviously you don't have to. And yeah, so that's really fun. And I've been playing around with Freddie earlier. I did a little spin on that, which I've now soaked and is hanging up to dry downstairs. And just started spinning some more fibre back on my regular wheel, and with the regular flyer, these little little rolag snails. I'm not feeling particularly great, to be quite honest. I really want to start another like bigger spin project, but I'm just not really in the right frame of mind right now. I'm just a bit tired. I wanted to start my hand spun sweater as like my birthday cast on, but honestly I'm just not in the mood right now to like wind up yarn and do a swatch and stuff like that. Just feeling really tired, and just my throat is really sore, so yeah, just gonna take it easy tonight. I think I've still got some of that colour work to go. I think I'm gonna do maybe 1 or 2 more repeats of the colour work and then switch to striping, because it's already getting to be quite deep and the striping won't take up anywhere near as much yarn as the colour work does. So it should have plenty to match it in length and then seam it together. So we shall see. That should be done soon as well, which will be really exciting. What's that?
Too big me.
It's too big for you. Yeah, that's Daddy's jumper.
Is it what's the colour, Mummy?
Sorry?
Is it green?
Yeah, it's green.
Daddy needs green one.
Yeah, Daddy picked a green one.
Is it no Mummy's?
It's not Mummy's, no. Mummy made it for Daddy.
Mine.
Is that one yours? Well, someone thought it was a good idea to brush her hair this morning.
This mine.
Are those yours?
Yes.
What colour are they?
It's red.
Yeah.
This my red.
Is it your red? Cheeky monkey.
And
You want it to go on your head?
Look at this one, Daddy. Daddy.
Okay.
Why?
Are you recording?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get her to come on in or something.
What colour's Daddy's jumper?
It's green.
Yeah.
Hi guys, so it's now Wednesday morning, Wednesday 25th, the day after my birthday. I kind of dropped off filming last night. I wasn't feeling particularly great. As the evening wore on, I was just feeling more and more miserable, essentially. I'm definitely sick. I was coughing a lot last night, struggling to get to sleep, and a lot of coughing this morning. Thankfully, Layla slept pretty well last night and didn't wake up super well. I say that she woke up in the middle of the night and then decided to sleep on open her door. We still have the baby gate that she can't open, but she opened the door and like slept in front of the baby gate on the floor in her room. So, but she didn't wake up till 6:30, so that's a win in my book. And we didn't have to go to her in the middle of the night. I'm trying this new thing where we don't, like, unless she's like in pain or crying, like in that way that you know there's something definitely wrong, if she wakes up in the night, we're just gonna leave her to it. And she wasn't really even crying last night, she was more whining. She was trying to get us to go in to her room, which at this point I'm like, if we go in, we're gonna be there like for at least an hour getting her to go back to sleep. So if we ignore her, she'll go back to sleep on her own, and she did, albeit on the floor. So win some, lose some. I think what I'm going to do is just keep a little blanket, like maybe that crochet blanket that I've done for her recently, downstairs. So if she does do that, once she does fall asleep, if I'm still awake or if I wake up, because I tend to wake up a couple of times in the night anyway, I can just go in and like put that over her so she doesn't get too cold. But yeah, so yeah, so she's off at nursery again today. I'm still a bit sick. I need to go make myself a lemsip and crack on with some work. I've been working a bit on this cowl. I've finished the colourwork section. I decided to stop after doing 8 repeats because I thought that was fairly long enough, and now I'm just striping the remaining yarn for the rest of it. I've gone down a couple of needle sizes because my colourwork gauge is tighter than my stockinette gauge. And yeah, I'm thinking more than likely I'm going to do this as another reversible tube cowl, or potentially like a single loop regular sort of tubular cowl. We'll see. The builders are back upstairs, so they're banging around as per usual. And yeah, that's it really. I think that sort of sums up my birthday. A little bit less exciting than I'd hoped initially. We had planned on going out last night. Perry's mum was going to come over and babysit, but we ended up cancelling that just because I wasn't feeling great. And frankly, Perry's still a little bit under the weather from being sick last week. I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, but he ended up catching what Layla had. He didn't get like full-blown scarlet fever, but he just had strep throat essentially, and so he was on antibiotics as well, and that's done a real number on him. So so yeah, we're all feeling a little bit worse for wear in this house right now, but hopefully things will pick up. And yeah, and I think that's about it really, to be honest. Thanks for joining me for my birthday vlog. Sorry it wasn't slightly more energetic than this. Like I said, I had hoped to have been slightly more well, I guess, or less sick than I have been, but I'll see you guys again soon. I had hoped to do a podcast this week, but with my throat the way it is, probably won't, but hopefully I'll see you in early October for another podcast. Okay, take care, bye.